Hey, hello guys, good to have you back at SCOM 2022 already. Again, organized by Squared Up and Gook Down. You guys are doing an amazing job each and every year, guys. Thanks for that. Yeah, you might know us. We are GripMatix, a CITRIX based company, a very CITRIX dedicated company. We provide CITRIX Ready SCOM Management Packs to improve your organization's business continuity and performance to the limits. My name is Ryan Overgo. I'm a product architect at GripMatix. But without further ado, let me introduce you to Mark van der Veer, a colleague of mine. He's product manager, and he's going to demo you a few examples on how our solution improves user experience for Citrix virtual apps and desktops and users. We believe that improving user experience is actually what it should be all about when providing IT services. We do the stuff for our end users, right? So that's why we have comprehensive features in this area. And what you're about to see are a few use cases for user experience issues that commonly occur in Citrix SBC or VDI deployments. So let's go to use case number 1.
Thanks, Marijn. Great to be back on SCOM indeed. So before I demonstrate some use cases to monitor user experience on your Citrix platform with our solution, I first want to demo how proper user experience within a healthy Citrix environment looks like from an end user's perspective. I will demonstrate this by utilizing our Citrix Cloud environment that for this demo consists of a Server 2019 published desktop running within our Experience Center environment. So I am browsing to our Citrix Cloud Logon portal. So I'll fill here in my username and password, and I will log on. I have a desktop assigned, which I will start from here. So as you can see, it is logging on with a pretty decent logon time. So since I'm logged on, I will click around. And as you can see, my session seems pretty responsive. I can open up here a browser. And it's opening a great website, I can see. Interesting stuff. So I can scroll here. So yeah, that seems to be working well. The session is responding fine, as you can see. So let me check on which machine my session is running right now. So as you can see here, my session is hosted on this particular machine, the PVS08. Okay, so I can open Notepad here. And let me see if I can pass some text from my local machine into my session. That seems to be working well. So yeah, this is how a healthy Citrix session should respond. It is responsive, it has a decent logon time, and well, everything feels snappy. So let me minimize this session, and let's have a look at the squared up dashboard. So here we are at the squared up dashboard related to the delivery group Citrix Cloud that is available within our Citrix Cloud site, as you can see here. So this dashboard gives you a glance overview of all the hosting machines that are part of this delivery group. So you can easily see how many sessions are currently connected within this delivery group, the average logon duration, the amount of filled machines, the amount of available machines, the maximum session ICA round trip time that have occurred within this delivery group, including the server OS machine where it occurred. And here, more below, you see the top machine load index. So it gives you an overview of which machines within the delivery group have the highest machine load index, CPU usage for each machine within the delivery group, machine memory usage, and here more below, some interesting counters like the PVS device retry rate, for if you are using PVS as a provisioning method for your images within your CITRIX environment, and some performance counters regarding disk latency and disk IOPS. So within this section here in user sessions, if I click on that one, then I see metrics more related to the sessions that are running within this delivery group. So here you see an overview of the ICA round trip times. And hey, I know this one. This was our session. So as you can see, it had a session ICA RTT of 23 milliseconds. And that is actually pretty good. Well, that's also what we saw during the CITRIX session itself. It was very snappy and responsive, and well, this low ICA round trip time confirms that actually that it was performing pretty well. So the connection between the endpoint and the server OS machine where our session was running on was pretty good. Well, furthermore, you see here some session info regarding the network RTT, memory usage for each session, network input and output on VDA level, and the top logon duration. So as you can see here, we had only a logon duration of 14 seconds. So yeah, there's a lot of information you can see from this perspective. Looking good. Seems healthy to me. All right, so let's demonstrate a situation where a switch port within your data center is failing and is causing packet drops. How would that impact the user experience for your end user that is making use of your CITRIX environment? Well, let's find that out first. So let's log in again with our user. Let's start our desktop session. And remember, currently there is one switch port failing within the data center. So let's see how that impacts the user experience. I think I've seen faster logon time previously. It is the same machine that used to respond more. And as you can see, if I click, see it's not responding, it's a little bit sluggish. I just try to open my taskbar, but it is not really. It's not really doing what I want. It's unresponsive, this session. So let's see if our solution has noticed this performance degradation for this end user. So let's go to our squared up dashboard. So we are again within the delivery group perspective. And what I immediately notice is that there is an active alert. It says PVS device retry rate is too high during multiple intervals. Also in here, I see that the PVS08 machine was having 25 disk retries since the last monitoring interval. Okay, so let's drill down to the specific server OS machine. And here I can also see that there is some high disk latency. And again, the device retry rate. And if I click on this one, high retry values. So basically device retry rates is actually meaning that the server OS machine provisioned by provisioning server has having difficulties to get vdisk read blocks from the provisioning server streamed over the network to the server OS machine. So basically it is a very bad performing disk. So if you have a bad performing disk in your own computer, you will also notice that your operating system will not perform well. It will impact user experience for sure, as we saw during the session simulation. So to identify if it's specific for this target device or for all PVS provisioned server OS machine, we can go back one more step. And as you can see here, it seems that the PVS08 is the only server OS machine that experience high device retry rates. Since all these PVS server OS machines are streamed from the same PVS server, it is very unlikely that the issue is actually at the PVS server itself. So it must be somewhere within the path between the PVS server and the server OS machine. And that would be probably the failing switch port within the data center. So let me demonstrate another use case. So again, I'm browsing to our CITRIX Cloud Logon portal. I will log in with my demo user account. And from here, I will start my published desktop. Luckily, in the meantime, the failing switch within the data center was replaced. So I expect my session should be function responsive again. Let's check that out. Great, that's good news. So let's do some basic text editing. Let me start WordPad. So I also have some text on my local machine, as you can see here, and I actually want to pass this text within my session. So I click here, copy, and then within my session, hey, the paste button seems to be grayed out. Okay. Copy and paste is actually a feature provided by the CITRIX clipboard redirection functionality. But there seems to be something wrong. So let me check on which machine my session is. PVS08. Okay. So let's have a look at our squared up dashboards to see if we can find out what is going on. So I will log off my session and navigate to the squared up dashboards. So here we are again in the delivery group view of the Citrix Cloud environment. And I can see there's one active alert. And there's also the PVS08 is in a warning state. So let's drill down. So it seems that the Citrix clipboard service on the VDA is not running or has been stopped on the PVS08. Okay. So luckily we have a task that can start the VDA services on this particular Server OS machine. So if I click on this button, as you can see, it has started these services again on the SBC 2019 PVS08 machine. Right. So let's see if that fixed my problem. So I go back to my portal. I will start up again a session. Let me see on which session host I'm currently logged on. 08. Okay. So let's see what happens now. I will copy some text from my local endpoint. There you go. My clipboard redirection is working again. So let's demonstrate another use case. So again, I have here a session. And if I click around within that session, I can immediately notice some delay. It is not responding really well. It is a little bit laggy. And for example, if I open Notepad and I type some text, it is really slow. Not really a good user experience, right? So let's navigate to our dashboard within SquaredUp. So here we are again in the delivery group perspective of delivery group Citrix Cloud, as you can see here. And I can immediately notice that there is one Server OS machine within this delivery group in a warning state. It mentions something about one or more sessions with high network round trip times detected. So I can drill down from here, and it gives me the PVS18 perspective. And if I navigate to the alerts, I can see that one or more sessions with high ICA round trip time have been detected. And one or more sessions with high network round trip time were detected. And more below, I can see informational alerts that gives more information about the specific sessions that were involved with those high network round trip times, as you can see here. So that's demo user 01. And if I scroll down a little bit more below, I can also see that my demo user 01 session really stands out compared to the rest of the user sessions that are making use of the PVS18 Server OS machine. It is probably related to the user's endpoint. For example, it can be caused by a very bad Wi-Fi connection of the end user, or there's something wrong with the internet connection where the end user is making use of.
Thank you very much, Mark. So what have we just seen here? Well, you could see some real-life user experience issues that commonly occur in Citrix SBC or VDI deployments on-prem or cloud. But these are issues that are not going to be detected by Citrix Director, the free tool that comes along with Citrix. You probably know the tool. That is a tool which scope is quite narrow and can better be seen as a microscope or magnifying glass. Really great at deep diving into issues and fixing them once these issues have been detected, but it's not an enterprise monitor platform, like SCOM is, which is built for detection and to alarm you whenever there's an issue in your environment. So these tools actually complement each other really perfectly. So we always recommend customers to use them both, use them together. So then, what's next in 2022 for you guys? As you have noticed, Mark was actually using our management pack for CVAD service, which monitors Citrix virtual apps and desktops in the cloud. Our management pack for Citrix Cloud is still under development though, but expected to be released somewhere at the end of the third quarter of this year. And will be added to our existing MetrixInsight for CVAD solution to give you the full hybrid monitoring experience. So if you have plans to migrate to Citrix Cloud, your CVAD monitoring can seamlessly migrate with you. And the same applies to our CITRIX Logon simulator. Also still in development, but will be released at the end of this year. Of course, we already monitor real user logons, but then, with the CITRIX Logon Simulator feature, you can simulate and monitor synthetic user logons. And this means you can monitor user experience 24/7 from any location, even from locations where there are no users connecting to your CVAD platform from at the moment. Thanks for having us, guys. If you want more information, request access to our Experience Center, or get a free trial, go to our website GripMatix.com or drop us a line at info@GripMatix.com. See ya!